Hey, this is amazing Toyin. The reason I'm recording this short video is to show some kind of proof that, when I say that I bought over 400 properties, um, every property has an address. And so the only way to show you guys is to actually show you where these properties reside. And so at some point, I was trying to put all the addresses together, trying to rack my brain, look in my files, and not knowing that they actually exist somewhere. And by accident, I found out where they existed. First, I'm going to show you where we were trying to do it. Okay, this is one of my websites, GIC Deal Finders, where my members actually come in and upload their own properties, right? So I think you could see I was trying to move this out, right? Let's put it here. Good. Okay, so we were trying to put all these properties here, right? Let me show you. So we were trying to list them here on my website, okay? And it was really a big task. I had one of my assistants doing it. Then one day I was on my MLS. I'm a real estate agent and actually a broker. So I was on the MLS, and while I was logging in, I saw something that really piqued my interest, right? And so I'm going to show you guys right now how I found out that I've actually done a lot more properties than I knew. So I'm going to go, this is my MLS, but I want to go actually log in and start from the beginning. So I'm going to get out of here. So let's just go to MLS. Okay, because that will make it real for everybody. So I'm trying to log on to MLS right now. Okay, so this is the MLS, and you can only get here if you're a real estate agent. So as you guys can see, it's actually logged me right in because I was kind of already in. It says right here, hello Toyin, right? This is the Inland Valley Association of Realtors. You cannot get here unless you're a realtor and you pay your dues. Okay, so I've paid my dues for the last since I've been a realtor, I don't know, for ever 20 years or something. And so that gives me access to this kind of website. Now, what is significant about this is this. If I go here to go to the front page, right, you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. It says right here, my listing inventory, right? If you look at the number right there, it says 421, right? 421 is properties that I've bought and listed in the MLS. Every property that I list in the MLS, I bought it, owned it, financed it, with or without money, most cases with none of my own money, and rehabbed it, and then sold it, right? And so if you look at this inventory, it says 421. So let me just go further down so you guys can see it. And now if you look at this other one right here, it says active, right? I have 4 listings right now active on the MLS, okay? And that's, that I listed. So if I click on that, let me just click on that first so you guys can see what I have active, and I'll show you what is behind each one. This property, okay, I just bought it about in August, and we rehabbed it already, and we already have it for sale. We bought this property for $230,000, so that's about $60,000 profit in it. This property we bought for $220,000, right? It's listed right now for $357,000. I just kind of dropped it so I can get out of it, as quickly as I can. But I've only been in it about 2 months, so you can see there's about 100 grand equity in there, right, or profit. This one, same thing. We bought this in July. We actually sold a property, another property to the owner of this property, and so I sold him my property, and then I bought his property. I bought it for about 137 or something, and it's listed right now for 189. We actually have an offer on the table right now for 195. Okay, so those are the 4 properties I have on the listing right now. There's another one. This one I just picked it up. I just picked this property from the county, right? I bought it from the county. The county paid over $300,000 for this property, and now they kept it vacant for almost 6 years. They didn't do anything with it. They didn't know what to do with it, and then they tried to sell it, and eventually they changed their mind. Oh, we don't want it, and so I just picked it up for how much? 166, right? We just bought it for 166. I closed on this property just 2 days ago, and I listed it already for 219. That's about 50,000, and I don't really want to do anything with it. So if you guys really want to know why I don't want to do anything, you could look at the property itself. It's not really in bad shape, even though it's been vacant for 6 years, right? So those are some of my properties right now. Let's just actually go back to the list of all my properties, right? Let's go back here. Okay. And these are properties that made it to the MLS, right? There are some properties that I bought that didn't make it to the MLS. I bought it, sold it, and then moved on. So if you go here, you could see that each property has an address. Excuse me. Right? So if I just click here, this was done in, what's the date on this property? Every property I remember, this property, I think we did it in 2001 or something. Well, actually, let's go back here. You could see the date. So some of these properties date back to 2001. So right here, date 2001. Yeah, we bought the property in 2001. I bought this property with 0 down. That's the address. I bought this property. I mean, I remember every property that I ever bought. I bought this property with 0 down. I think I took over the payment on the from the owner, and then we kind of spruced it up, and I sold it. And I think I sold it by doing a wraparound, right? Did a wraparound, and then the new buyer eventually, refinanced and cashed me out. So even though I put them on the MLS, if I don't get what I want, okay, I also advertise outside of MLS. Okay, I think I took over this property for about $70,000 or $80,000, right? But what I want you guys to see is that every property right here is my property. I owned it, I bought it, and I financed it, all right? If you can see right here, that's page 2. Let's go to page 3. There's about 421 of them here, right? And so this record was kept for me. I didn't even know about it. I didn't know the MLS. Accumulates all of them, and it's always permanently on their website. So I ran into this by accident, and I thought I would share it with every one of you guys. Okay, so this amazing Toyin, I will pick up. Let me see. This page 5. Okay, so that's it. This is a property this property, I'm going to talk to you guys about it. One day, I'm going to pick this property, analyze it. This property is a good example of what I call the magic of real estate, because I bought this property with 0 down, sold it within a span of 3 months, and I squeezed $67,000 out of it, okay? Even though we only bought it for like 106, right? We bought it for 106, took 67,000 out of it, and then we sold it for $145,000, okay? So this amazing Toyin, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and you will be seeing more videos like this where I take each property, analyze them, tell you the story behind it, and then show you how you can do the same. Because if I can do it, I started with nothing. I started when I started buying properties in 2001, I had filed my second bankruptcy. I had no money. I only had my name, really, and my knowledge, all right? And started with $295 credit with my local newspaper. And since then, I've bought over 450 of them, okay? So going back to my website, this is one of our websites, okay? And so if you're watching this, you're not a member of GIC Deal Finders, you could come in and join GIC Deal Finders because it's free, okay? And if you join, you could make money, and believe it or not, some of my members are actually agents. And so people ask, well, why do agents join your membership? Because every agent that goes to list a property, if the owner does not agree to list it, well, the agent will lose, because eventually the owner is going to sell. So they might as well put the property on my website. If I buy it, they still get paid. So either way, they're going to win, right? And if you're an ordinary person, you could do this part-time, because most of 95% of my members are part-timers, right? They drive around their neighborhood, they see a property, they upload it. If we buy it, they make $5,000. It's real simple, right? Okay. And so that's it in a nutshell. That's how 450 properties came about, one property at a time, right? And so if you're not in the real estate industry, okay, you need to join, because this industry is over $1.4 trillion. just you know, the housing part of it. Real estate itself in general is close to $26 trillion. As far as percentage of the US economy, I think it's close to like, you know, 20% or something. All right. So there you have it. This is Amazing Toyin, and I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you. Bye.